Surface active agents or surfactants are another class of food additives that have got wider application in food industry. So the function of these surface active agents is that basically they affect the physical force at the interface of surfaces. So there may be chances that we have a surface on which so for example, we have two immiscible surfaces and they do not come close together due to the hydrophobic or hydrophilic nature. So if we add surfactants, they would be acting at that interface of two phases, and they would change the physical force, and that is why we would use these surfactants in making up many emulsions or emulsion based products, because the physical force that is required at the interface, that is reduced by the use of surfactants. And the examples can be seen, for example, if you want to mix water and oil which are immiscible, um, and if you mix them, they would separate out very easily and quickly. But if you add certain surfactants, then these oil and water can be mixed together because with less amount of energy required, and these emulsions would be stable for a longer time depending upon the nature of surfactant that we use and the amount of surfactant that is used. They are present in the natural forms as well in many foods. For example, our milk is an example of emulsion. Um, and similarly, egg yolk is an example where we have lecithin as an emulsifier. We have mayonnaise. This is a food product that is basically an emulsion. Butter is also an example of emulsion. So these are natural or synthetic products that I mentioned here. They all use different surfactants. They also have a very important role to be played in the growth process in the living organisms as well. If you look at the functions of these surfactants in food industry and in the food products, they can be used for a variety of different reasons. For example, they can act as wetting agents. So they can easily improve the wettability of surfaces, or they can be easily added to improve the wettability of any food products. Another use is they can act as lubricant. So lubrication is a important quality of these surfactants that is desired in many cases. For example, if you want to have a desired flow of certain food products within pipes or within industry or within vessels, we can use different surfactants. They can also be used as dispersing agent, by which I mean that if you have to use certain ingredients or additives that are not very much soluble in water or very much soluble in oil, and if you use surfactants, these surfactants would actually increase the chances of equal dispersion of these ingredients or chemicals into the food systems. They act as detergents. So as a detergent, they can be used as cleaning solutions within the food industry, and even our domestic cleaners, most of them, they would be detergent in nature. They can also act as emulsifier. So as I earlier said that if we add emulsions, if we make emulsions, we need to have emulsifiers. So these emulsifiers can be naturally or artificially prepared, and they are useful to make emulsions, food-based emulsions. So as we earlier discussed, the wetting agent it would reduce the surface tension of materials, and it would be helping the absorption of water on the material quite easily. The example is powdered chocolate mixes. So we have to add these wetting agent in powdered chocolate mixes so that the surface tension is reduced and we can easily mix these powders into the final product that we want to, and they can be added into water and dispersed easily. They can also be used in many other examples. For as I said that in case of peanut butter, we can avoid the stickiness of these peanut butter if we add emulsifiers in them. Cleaning agents, as I earlier said, they are used as cleaning agents. They can stabilize or break down foam as well. For example, in many cases, especially in beverages or liquid products, they have a tendency to form foams, and that foaming would have undesirable outcomes in many food processing, especially we cannot achieve the desirable temperature, or we can't measure the exact volumes, and they might interfere with many other things. So that's why the foaming can be reduced if we add these surface active agents into these food products. As we earlier said, lecithin is a natural emulsifier that is found in egg yolk, and this is again utilized for many other food products. For example, mayonnaise, we can add egg yolk, and lecithin from the egg yolk acts as an emulsifier, and it stabilizes those mayonnaise emulsions. Surfactants or surface active agents, they have got wider application in bakery industry, and especially in bread. So you would, if you look at the labels of most of the bakery products or bread, they would always have some of the emulsifier in them, and the purpose of these emulsifier is they improve the texture and volume of the final product. So they are more smooth texture products, and the volumes are better because they can be easily dispersed, and they can retain more gaseous carbon dioxide at the time of baking, so it makes them more pliable and soft. Uh, Other applications of these surfactants is they can be used in cake mixes, frozen desserts, and ice creams, etc. So all these food would have some of the surface active agent added. So if you look at the emulsifier in the label of food products, you would see that almost a lot of food products would have this emulsifier component that has been labeled on the food product label. So that shows that they are very important, and they have got many applications in the food industry.